Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to the Age of Wonders 3 campaign, the Elven Court. In our last episode, we continued working our way through Scenario 6, Burn the Shadows, and of course the big development last time is that we finally got eyes on at least some of our opponents. And you can see an example of that here on, I guess this is the western portion of the map. You can see we've got, or excuse me, the eastern portion of the map, and we've got forces belonging to Wazul the Jagged, who is our Goblin Warlord opponent. And I believe we saw forces belonging to at least one of my other opponents as well previously in the episode. But for now, that's all we can see is Wazul's units. That being said, now that we've made contact, as we are located in the middle of the map, I suspect that we are going to probably come under attack very shortly. So we need to make sure that we're kind of ready for that eventuality, knowing, of course, as well that from the western portion of the map, we will encounter the other forces most likely. Things are going to probably get fairly interesting in the next few turns, I bet. Now, before I jump into the episode, I did just want to give a quick shout out to QKnight45, who left a great comment on the last episode. QKnight pointed out that when he played through this campaign and did this scenario, he remembers, I'm just going to see if I can find the city, he remembers clearing out this dungeon belonging to this goblin city here that we started off with. And once this dungeon is cleared, you get an extra 30 production boost to the city. And so what Q-Knight says that he did is he basically then cranked out goblin butchers in a single turn. And these units are super useful because, remember, they're a really strong tier 2 polearm unit, but the big thing here for them is they have lifesteal. And that makes them just a little bit more survivable, gives them a little bit more kind of tankiness to them, if you will. And I think I really like them as a unit. And Q-Knight just mentioned that that was sort of something that he used. And he found it particularly helpful against the Warlord units. Particularly, I think there's an Orc Warlord, Zorn, who he said it was really useful against. So I appreciate Q-Knight just pointing that out. That's a great strategy. I unfortunately haven't cleared this out myself, so not something I can really utilize easily, but still a really, really good idea. As always, a big thank you for the excellent comments and suggestions. Let's jump into the episode. So, let's just kind of refresh my memory here on where we were. So we're going to skip all of our production. Okay, we had already done all our movements, so now it is just production. Our gold situation is quite good, although our income is not so good. Therefore, we probably want to focus on kind of city growth and trying to get more resources into our domain. We also need to remember that we're going to need a lot of gold to bring in a lot of these cities that are going to eventually become our vassals, and so I want to make sure I don't spend too much. But let's see, maybe we can do something kind of cheap. Laboratory wouldn't be too bad. Let me see, what can this city do currently? Nothing too fancy. It's got a war hall, which isn't bad. I mean, we could go for a Pool of the Firstborn, but that's a big investment. Honestly, a storehouse wouldn't even be too bad just to increase the growth. We could eventually maybe get this ziggurat in our area of control here, which would be fantastic. That would give us a huge boost to gold. So maybe we'll do that. Let's just focus on some growth here. Over to Grotzland. This is that aforementioned goblin city. What do we have here? We've got Warhall, very similar kind of to the other city, to the Dwarven city we just looked at. I think what we might do here, just looking, we've already worked on growth pretty well here. The city's quite happy. However, a public baths would increase it, I think, to cheerful. Alternatively, we could do an iron grip at some point. That is getting a little expensive. Like I said, I want to keep a fair amount of gold in reserve. Let me just see, what are the other cities here I have to decide. Tudorak, this is our orc city. Doesn't really have anything going for it currently. So we'll probably just do a builder's hall just to, give it something. And then I think for Grotzland, honestly, we might just do a laboratory. That's a bit of a cheaper choice. And that's going to do it. And we've still got a good amount of gold left next turn for vassals. So we will end our turn there. I don't know if any are actually coming up due for the absorbing or not, but or I shouldn't say absorbing because that's what happens when you own the city, but the paying them to become our vassal, I guess, is the more accurate. Ooh, critical failure. So I think that means that he screwed up and lost all his casting points. Oh, nice. And of course, we're in the process of rebuilding this city, which is great. There it is. We did rebuild it as a dwarven city, but that's fine. It'd be nice to clear out this gold mine eventually and get access to that income. Let's see what happened here. Yes, there. Okay, so I remember, yeah, we have at least one that was coming up due. And that's this one, so we will accept. There's a tiny little outpost for us. We need to clear this stuff out to make it really worth our time, but... Oh, and look at this. Okay, so they've summoned some units from this brigand hideout. We just have to make sure our crow stays out of their way. I think what we might do here is just head kind of this way. Oh, and look at this. We can make contact with an elven village. Yeah, you know what? We'll pay some gold to sign that peace treaty. So critical failure. So it's backfired. He's lost all his casting points, so that's good for us. We're in the process of getting corpse looting up and running again. That got shut off by a previous action from, I believe it was either Leonis or somebody else. We're going to skip our production. Let's jump back up to the surface here. We want to do our movement first, as usual. Keep heading down the road here. Now, this one's hostile, so we could head over and try to capture it. And that's something I'm probably going to maybe think about doing here with Sundren. Although, I also was thinking maybe Sundren just needs to make landfall here and then group up with Nomlik, and then the two of them can perhaps start working on my opponents here. This little guy, however, he could jump across and maybe do some scouting for us. No matter what, when we embark, it's going to take us a little bit, so let's hop there, we'll embark here, and then we can decide what to do. Meanwhile, Crow, you know what, here's a good example of something we should do, is we can head down and scout. Ooh, and who's this? Okay, that's Leonis's troops. So you know what, yeah, we definitely need to... We're going to keep our scouts safe. I think what we're going to want to do here is grab Nomlik, and we'll head around this way. We don't actually have control of this watchtower, so maybe what we can do is on our way by, let's just grab it quick. We've got a couple of Lizardmen units here. Nothing too fancy, all tier 1. Might still be worth grabbing one, though, just to have it. Again, we're just trying to kind of build up a pretty good fighting force. I mean, obviously tier 1s are nothing to, you know, write home about, but there's certainly a strength in numbers approach. Our Draconian Elder can step up. You know what, let's just do a self-buff here. We'll get pretty aggressive, I think. We will actually go in and start beating them up. And none of these are pikemen, I think. Let me check the neophyte. Oh, it is. The neophyte is a pikeman. Okay. Well, in that case, we should send our pikemen probably to fight them. Let me step up slightly. I'm not going to worry about mind control, actually. I'm just going to go for the kill here. Very nice. And then this should be the kill. Perfect. And then we can just charge in. Oh, and get a one-shot kill. That's pretty gross. And then I think our Mongrel Rider can just charge in there. We'll send our Raptor around behind, not that we're going to need it. Yeah, and we escaped with very minimal damage, which will heal almost instantly here when the turn flips over. What is this? This is, oh yeah, Master Shipyard, okay. We'll hop back in here, and we'll just keep moving over. We'll get rid of that spawning structure. That'll help keep our newly acquired city safe. This group, I think, ooh, you know what? We do have a quest, I almost forgot. Tell me about the quest again. End the terror at the mine. So, with this one, what we'll do is we will head down here, and then we should be able to engage this fight. Hopefully handle this relatively easily. I will say these spiders can be deceptively dangerous, mainly because Well, the canyon crawlers don't have a web, I forgot. I was going to say, if they web you, then you're in trouble, but only the Dread Spider Baby has the webbing ability, so the thing about the canyon crawler, though, is they're super tanky. They've got reinforced, which means that our ranged attacks will be less effective against them. That said, we can still use them because we have Animal Slayer, which is great. So we can soften them up really nicely. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, they won't do enough to kill any of our units, so we should be fine here. Step up with our Union Guard. Meanwhile, the rest of our troops, I think we will kind of hold it a bit. You know what? Let's blast the Spider Baby, who's a little bit more susceptible. And then we'll just kind of go like this. We'll let them come to us. I think that's pretty good for our first turn there. Okay, there. They failed the web. That's great. Okay, so what we are going to do... We're going to step over here and flank them and get the kill. Nice. Pikemen can start moving in. We can kill the Dread Spider Baby here, very likely. We just have to get 2 decent rolls, which I don't think is too outlandish to try. Let's see. Oh, dang, we failed. Well, worth a shot anyway. Let's maybe just get the kill here. Then our pikemen can stay in defense mode, and that's probably a bit better for us. And we'll keep our cavalry right where they are. We'll let them go after our pikemen. This might kill them. Ooh, not quite. That's great. So they stayed alive. That's really good. We'll come in and flank here. Nice. And then we will... Ooh, you know what? We can do a really good flank over here. We'll ride around behind. Nicely done there. And we can step up here and probably get the kill, no problem. Yep. And then same thing right here. Excellent. And look at that. So we didn't lose anybody. And we now have ourselves a new vassal and a human knave, which is a tier 2 pikeman. I'm happy to have that. Excellent. And no additional gold cost to do that, which is great. That's the beauty of those quests. Okay, so that's pretty much all their movement. So we'll send the knave maybe over this way. Yeah, it would be good to just kind of get over to the front lines, I think. And that's going to be where we're going to send this stack as well. They are not powerful enough currently to even think about trying this dungeon, so we're not going to worry about that. This little scout's just going to keep on cruising up the road. Interesting. Human Knight of the Wyvern Blade. Oh, look at that horse. That's a really cool unit design there. I like the colors. So basically just a modified sort of knight version. Has strong will. And Dragon Slayer, of course, that makes sense, given the name of the unit. Okay, we have Bormak's group here. Again, kind of a mix of units, but gradually working their way over. We did find a Horned God here who has mind control immunity, so there's no hope of us getting control of him. We are working on getting a vassal from this Fey dwelling, which will be good. I think what we probably want to do is just keep exploring, keep fighting and clearing. Really, I think that's going to be our best bet. So let's just head over. And we'll just do as many battles as we can to keep gaining experience. Hopefully maybe gain another unit or 2 somehow. Now, Bormak doesn't have any mind control abilities, so we aren't able to expand our forces that way. What is this? This is a Goblin Fanatic. We've got a Goblin Arbalist and a Goblin Guard. Okay, so nothing too crazy. Nice. Okay, we can blast that Fanatic for some pretty good damage and then step up and get the kill. Nice. Then our Silver Thane here. You know what? I wouldn't mind just parking him right here. Bormak, I think maybe we will keep in reserve maybe a little bit. I'm going to just blast the Arbalist for some good damage here. Oh, nicely done. And then you know what? We can actually just step up and get the kill here. Perfect. All right, and now our Silver Thane will tank the damage. Or that Silver Thane will, either way. We'll do a Rampage. And we will also do a heal here. Perfect. And then I think maybe our longbowman can get the kill, or just our Thane, who... Oh, I guess he's now gold medal, so... yeah, I'm happy to let the longbowman maybe get the kill. Hang on, how's our Forger doing? Yeah, we'll just get the kill here. Perfect, and look at that. So yeah, now our Silver Thane is gold medal, which is excellent. I can't remember what that does for them. Let me just double check. Inflict weakened. Wow, that's pretty good. And at veteran, they get projectile resistance, which is great. So yeah, they're a pretty tanky tier 3 unit. I'm quite happy to have them. All right, so we will regroup here. And then we can engage this fight here. Ooh, they're going to run. That's fine. I'll let them run. Nice, a wolf and some gold. I will take that reward. If nothing else, just to have the wolf as either a scout or a unit to add in. I think I'm going to use it as a scout, though. And what we'll do with Bormak is we'll grab this. There we go. Okay. Now, I guess what we could do is just head on down the road and see what we find. Ooh. Okay, there's some roaming units there, so we might want to try to retreat. You know what? We can hop in the water. That's a great way to get away and continue exploring at the same time. Nice. Okay. You know, with Bormak, we might want to consider maybe going up here and trying to clear out some of the structures that are in the domain of this dwelling. That would improve the value of that dwelling when we do eventually get control of it, hopefully. And Bormak does have a level up here. He's now level 8. Firebomb's not a bad one. Looking what would be worth. You know, I wouldn't mind getting Summon Siege Engine eventually, but that requires a couple of investments into Invention here, which would give us the additional casting points. Not that that's a waste or anything, that would be good. There's nothing else to really boost my units at this point, so I think maybe what we'll do then, we could grab Physical Protection, which I don't hate. Just gives him that much more kind of tankiness. There we go. That's just for Bormak, of course, but I still think worth it. And then, you know what? Yeah, let's grab the extra casting points. If nothing else, you know, he's just got more to work with. Like I said, we're going to probably ignore this fight just because that Horned God is pretty strong. I think maybe we'll wait to clear out a few more things, level up a bit more, and then we can think about it. This would be really good, though, because it would give us a Heart of the Glades, which is quite a strong thing, gives us more casting points. And I think it counts when it's in the domain of a vassal. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, we'll let them run. Even though we were hoping for some experience, we'll still let them run. And then we'll clear out this structure next turn. Oh, nice. Our crow over here. Why don't we head kind of up here and see what's up? Ooh, look at that. There's quite a bit of structures to clear out over here. Not that we're going to necessarily get over there, but... Okay, so we have our mongrel here who is doing some exploring for us. And this city belongs to Arugula Ironheart, who is an orc dreadnought. Let's maybe head this way. Oh, and there's Arugula herself. Okay, well, this scout is in a really dangerous position. Let's maybe run back and see if we can just avoid getting killed. Okay, and this little guy, we've met a hostile draconian city. I think that's going to be for Reskar to go clear out, honestly. We've also got a undead city that we can go, or a dwelling that we can try and take. So maybe we'll grab this. I guess the question is, where do we want to start? I'm thinking we probably maybe want to go... So does this belong to Zorn? Yeah, it does. I think we should go and capture this, honestly, but let's start up here. We'll clear this out first. dire wargs. We should be able to clear that without too much difficulty. We might even be able to... I was going to say we could try and get one, but with our alignment, that's probably not a good idea, because I think these things are probably dedicated to evil. Let me just double check that. Oh, they are not. Okay, well then let's maybe go for some befriend animal here. And I know they're currently in defense mode, so maybe not the smartest thing to try to befriend them at this point. So instead, let's try and web one. Nice, we can try and make friends with that guy. And now we can just focus on the other two, which is a great... makes it easier for us. We blast that one for some damage. Old Spawn can do the exact same thing. Step up here and help our spider out a little bit. Step over. Oh, nice. We can do some good work. Really nice. And then this should be the kill. Perfect. We did get hit with a first strike, but that's okay. Nice, good work from our spider. Excellent. We did take a little bit more damage than I would have liked, but that's fine. We can do a befriend animal. Okay, it failed. And you know what? That's fine. That gives us another chance maybe to heal and kind of just not worry too much about it. So we'll end our turn. And then we can do a big heal here. Perfect. Let's take a look. Who's close to leveling? That guy is very close. So is the cold spawn. You know what? If we just blast him for damage, I think we'll level. Yeah, there it is. Sky Sentinel is getting closer to a gold medal, which would be good for him. Might as well go for another web. Nice, we got it. Okay. There's a... Ooh, not quite a level up for the hatchling. Very close. Fire Breather really doesn't have a whole lot of experience at this point. There's some damage. And then, you know what? Let's just get the kill with the Sky Sentinel. Okay, very nicely done. Owl of the Elemosary. Let's see. Bringer of Goodwill. All units in the hero's army gain volunteer. It's a headgear piece. I want to say I have headgear with all my heroes, but I am excited to get some extra knowledge, maybe. I don't know if that's enough, though, to make this a difference at all. Alternatively, we could just sell this for the gold, which I'm thinking might be worth it, because this doesn't really give anything else besides that. There's no other benefit to the hero, so I'm going to sell this. Again, I'm not sure if that would have been enough to finish a regular training or not, the knowledge boost, but I think that was a good move either way. Okay, good level up here for Reskar, who is at level 19. He is super powerful. And you know what? We can get him Sustainable Warfare, which would just decrease the upkeep cost for his troops. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Yeah, that's a difference of about 20 gold. 22 gold, I think it actually was. This little cold spawn, I think what I'm going to do is just head down the road. Scout a little more. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is jump over, engage this fight. You know what I should have done, though, is probably went down and tried to attack that undead dwelling. Now, I say that mainly because it belongs to Zorn. It would have been nice to try and take it away from him. Especially before. It doesn't look like he has full control of it yet. Okay, we'll jump up here. We'll throw an Awakened on our spider. Just gonna kind of get reasonably aggressive here. I don't think we have to play this one too carefully. We've got a few units that can hurt us, but nothing crazy. So we can have our little draconian spitting match here. There we go. I think what I'll do is I'll jump in and just go for a web. Okay, that failed. Ooh, you know what I should have done is thrown on one of these, but I can do it over here. Nice, we got a good stun. Very nice. And then we could go and blast the Crusher. Very good. Ooh, and I forgot. The Fire Breather could have done some work. Whoops. Oh well. We'll just jump up that way. Our Spider's going to take some punishment. We're going to drop a big heal on the Spider Queen. Nice. And then we can step around here and blast him for some good damage. I think what we'll do over here, we're pretty much done. So let's just kill this guy. There we go. And then we can jump over. Let me see. Can we... It really doesn't do a lot of damage because of that obstructed penalty. So if we go here, that does more. And then we can charge over, get the kill that way. And then the Spider Queen can just get the flank there. Perfect. And a level up for the Spider Queen, which is good. Okay. Yeah, you know, I kind of regret. I think I would have maybe preferred to go down there now that I thought about it a bit more. This one we might release as a vassal just because of its location. I think we'll do that because it's kind of on the front lines, so... Now, the question is, do we want to just spend our time clearing these structures? Or do we want to try and head down? Let's see, how close can we get this turn? It's not going to happen right away, so I think we'd be smarter to just clear this stuff now that we're already here. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that with Reskar. Wasted some of his movement there. We'll let him run. At least there's a little bit of extra gold for us. And then we'll head this way, and next turn we can... deal with the water node, and we can try and get control of this giant toad possibly using our befriend animal, which would be amazing because this is a tier 3 unit, so that would be good for us. Our galleon, right, I almost forgot about this. We did acquire a galleon. I think we'll probably just use it as a kind of expensive scout, unfortunately. Hang out in the water here. Yeah, there we go. And we have Julia, which is Sundren's mother. Now, Julia's group can clear out this tomb. That they should be able to handle without too much difficulty. Especially because they've got that horned god. Oh yeah, this should be no problem at all. It's mostly tier 1 and tier 2 units. And this is a great opportunity to just try and earn some experience there, so that'll be really good. We have to remember that Chant of Unlife is in effect, meaning that if the spotted hyena dies, it's going to revive, or if any of our units die, same thing. I think we'll just pull everybody back. We don't need to be aggressive here. We can really play this one quite conservatively. We'll put the Horn God just up front. Julia will even pull back slightly. We'll just let them come to us. Oh shoot, I didn't realize how far that carrion crow could move. Or carrion bird, I mean. I forgot the Horn God does have Call Lightning, but we aren't able to use it just because of the... we've lost some of our action points due to getting attacked. Maybe that wasn't the smartest. Oh well. We could go for an immobilization here, which I don't hate. Let's try that. Okay, it didn't work. You know what we could have done, actually, now that I think about it, is we could have gone for a befriend animal on these hyenas. But, oh well. We'll kill off this carrion bird here between our two archers. Nice, and then our hunter is back. Flank this poltergeist. And then Julia can get involved as well. Soften up that poltergeist a little bit. And then we should be able to get the kill here with the Horn God. Excellent. Nice level up for the Horn God, too. Definitely want to try and power him up as much as we can. He's taken a bit of a beating, but nothing too crazy so far, thankfully. This Dusk Adder. You know what? Okay, here we go. We're going to try this. Nice. So that's a unit on our side. Now that hyena. Get our Animal Slayer effect going. Nice. Now all that's left is the Revenant Caster. We should be able to take out... Oh yeah, let's just get right in there. Man, and they're entangled too. That's gross. And I'm just seeing, can anybody else? Yeah, we can step up here. There's the kill. And that prevents the Dusk Adder from coming back. Excellent work. Good level ups for everybody. Ooh, Shimmering Orb of Aldor. Just an extra +2 resistance as a jewel item. Happy to take that. And I'll just keep it with Julia. That's great for her. And this hyena can probably just function as a scout for us, really. I think we'll head over and we'll just clear out all these structures on our way over to maybe reinforce Bormak over here. I think that's really good. Then he's not kind of alone. Alright, well that went pretty darn well. I'm quite happy with that. Is that everybody for movement? I think it is. So now we just have to decide on a few things. Again, we want to keep some gold around for vassals next turn here. Underground, we can decide on Brenheim, which finished. What did Brenheim finish? A laboratory. So that means we could go for an observatory if we were real keen. But I think we will hold off on that. We're good for mana income. I was going to say we could do a shrine. What can we produce here? We've got nothing too production crazy on this front, but maybe we go for a... You know what? Hang on. Let me see. What are the other cities we can still do? Oh, right. Livelix. We've been actually developing Livelix pretty good. So it's got... Let's see... It's got the Siege Workshop, it's got the Observatory, it's got the War Hall. You know, this is one where I'm a little more keen to go for that Peak of the Forefathers. If nothing else, because the Draconian Flyers can fly, that mobility, I think, would really help us, actually. So I may go for this. It is a 5-turn commitment, but just because they're so mobile, you can get them kind of to the front lines of battle a lot easier. I'm a little bit more inclined to maybe try for that. It's just, it sucks. That's a big investment of gold and a lot of turns to get there. Also, like, in terms of production, we're only at 98, which means it's going to take a little while to produce them. City's going to grow in 2 turns, however, though, and that'll push it over into 100 production. Maybe we do the Masters Guild first and then go for this? I don't know. That would, if we can get it to 100, that would shave off 1 turn from this. And this is going to cost that much no matter what, because the jump that this would get is not enough to get rid of the 50, so this is still going to take 3 turns. It is an expensive investment, but you know what? Maybe we do it. I'm just trying to assess if that's going to be worth it or not. In terms of, you know, is that going to give us enough extra production to be able to then crank out Tier 3 Draconian Flyers in a single turn? I don't think so. Still don't think it's necessarily a bad idea, but... just looking... Okay, this will just give knowledge when located in our domain. Could just go for the storehouse, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's the safer play. We get the storehouse going, and then when we're done that, we'll go for the Peak of the Forefathers. Plus, that doesn't use up a lot of our gold. Okay, now here we go. What does this city have? Oh, it doesn't actually have anything. That's interesting. I assumed that it would have some other structures, but I guess not. All right, we'll go for that Builder's Hall just to get it going. All right, now we're at Brenheim again. You know what? I think probably just a... Observatory isn't that expensive, all things considered. I mean, it's only 100 gold. Maybe we get a Rogue's Palace, though, and that would give us access to the class-based units eventually, and we can get the second one as well. So maybe we'll just do that. That way we have this city able to produce if we need it underground. produce units, I mean. Okay, so the big question is going to be, are we going to start coming under attack? Because that is kind of my fear, admittedly. Zorn is now moving. Let's see if he does anything over here. His turn's done. Leonis, let's see if he tries to disjunct us yet again. Okay, Svengir is winning battles. We'll have to see where that's happening. Our poor scout is getting murdered. Our scout at least took one of them with him. Alright, where is this happening? Okay, down here. Oh man, look at this. This is crazy. You know what? If we make landfall, we could very easily get overwhelmed. Oh my god, there's Leonis himself. Okay, yeah, we need to get Reskar up there and get him into the fight, because as soon as he's able to join in, we can probably try and take down Leonis. Because remember, Sundren has that wand, and all we have to do is actually fight Leonis himself and hit him with the wand and then kill him, right? We have to attack him in melee and then kill him, and when he tries to go to the void, he's going to end up in our special jail. Oh, this is wonderful, but there's so many of his units around here and his allies that we have to be very, very cautious. I think what we'll do, like I said, is Nomlik's going to head over here. We're going to clear this out, and then we'll figure out where we want to go from there. I think we're going to try and just head straight north. Man, that is pretty exciting, though. Knowing where Leonis is huge. And then if we can trap him quickly, we could turn Sundren around and start heading back to the other side, where we have to then get Sarados. Alright, we will do a stealth buff. We know our knave is super powerful, so maybe what we'll do is we will throw on a touch of faith. And we will just kind of mosey on over here. Our mongrel and our raptor can kind of cruise up slightly. There we go. Alright. So now remember, these spiders can teleport. Yeah, that's what I was a little bit afraid of. Okay, good. We at least resisted that one. Nice, good job. Okay, and there, we got suckered into that one, but that's fine. Alright, Spider Queen. I don't think... Yeah, we can't convert, so we may as well just go for damage here. We'll fly over here, and the main reason for that is we just want to turn this spider a little bit. Just looking what our options are for damage. I think the shock is actually... Oh, no, I think this is probably our best one here. Nicely done, and then this should be enough for the kill, hopefully. Ooh, not quite. Very, very close. We could move around and get the kill on the Spider Queen, but might be better... You know what? No, I do want to kill the Spider Queen off. There we go. Otherwise, it would have just gotten free shots on my Elder, so... Now this Mongrel Rider's going to take some punishment. Thankfully survived, though, which is great. And then we can drop a big heal here. And now we should be able to, with a combination of attacks, clear things out here. Yep, no problem. Perfect. Alright, really nice work. We got a gold medal here. Level up on our Elder, I think. Ruby Ring of Heat Deflection. Yeah, I'll take that. Plus a shield. I don't, like I said, I don't think... You know what? We will send these over to... Actually, Bormak doesn't have headgear. You know what? We could have kept that... Now that I think about it, we could have kept that headgear for Bormak or Julia, who don't have anything. But I'm still not mad that I sold it. I think that was a good idea. I'm thinking back a couple of turns. I guess Sundren doesn't even have headgear, neither does Reskar. Well, whoops. I probably should have taken it. Oh well. The gold is still good. In terms of shields, Julia does not have one, so we'll give her the shield. Send that over to Julia, and then we just have to figure out who would be best suited having the ring. And honestly, I think Bormak, he's already got 40%. This would push him to 100%, and he would be immune to fire, so that's pretty good. So now, again, I think probably just heading straight north is going to be our best plan. The only thing is these mountains that are kind of blocking our path a little bit here. This is where we can scout a little bit. Alternatively, I guess we just head up the road and then turn left here and go across where the mountains are thinner. I was going to use Nomlik to go and clear out these dragons and try to get control of this dragon dwelling, which would have been awesome. But I may have to just put that on hold because we really want to take advantage of this situation as much as possible. Fly over here. Let's get an eye on what this is. This is just a regular city. Oh my god, and there's Svengir. Man, this is crazy. Like, almost all of these units are together here. This is really interesting. Let's see. We've got an alliance proposal here. Sure, I'll accept. Nice, look at that. Now we've got the giant dwelling. That's huge. Okay, we finished a regular training. That's pretty good as well. We're now considered a good alignment. That's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, man, having this as a vassal is great. Hopefully they give us some units or something. That would be good. Maybe we can clear out some stuff around here if we get a couple of decent, ogres or something. We know Svengir won a battle. Corpse looting's ready to go. Let's cast that. Should have cast that before the battle, actually, but that's fine. Couple of things finished production. That's good there. All right, so then now we're just going to pick our research, and then we will... Ooh, Cortesian Ambassadors. Your team receive a permanent relation bonus with independent cities, which makes them more friendly. You know what? I quite like that, so that we will definitely grab. Yeah, let's get that one done. That'll just make it easier to get more vassals, really. Okay, spell casting wise, let's get treasure rating back up and running here. That has been a main way for us to keep our economy looking decent. All right, you know what? We're not strong enough to do this right now. So you know what? Let's send Sundren up this way. In the meantime, Nomlik can head, get further in here, deal with stuff, move north, and then we can group up with him. But for now, well, let's take Sundren, and we'll go up there. I think that's going to be the game plan. I know it's maybe not as exciting or glamorous. Would have been good to just go in and go for the throat here, but I just don't think we're strong enough. If they decide to group up and attack us, we could be in a bad spot. So we're going to head over here, and then we'll take this city, and then we'll deal with this afterwards. We're going to skip all of this and just do movement. Okay, good scouting there from our crow. And like I said, this one, I think we're going to just stay put. All right, Julia now. Ooh, yeah, let's keep going with Julia. We will clear out this gold mine and then go for this ancient ruin as well. Now, this hyena was going to maybe try scouting, but honestly, probably not so bad to just kind of camp out on a city. All right, let's engage this fight here. Sure, we'll let them run. Nice, there's some extra gold. And then we can move down here, and then next turn we will go for that ancient ruin. This crow, we might as well just keep cruising over. Okay, not bad. Here we go. All right, and this cold spawn here, let's just keep following the road. He's probably gonna get killed, but... Okay, and we've got units belonging to... Oh, there's Sardos's units. Okay. That is kind of exciting. You know what? Let's hop into the forest, maybe, just to... Maybe that'll deter them from attacking us a little bit. All right, now this group... the question is, what do we do with this army? And I think we could head down and go for this hostile goblin village or city down here. Try to get control of it. So maybe we do that. don't hate that. You know what? I think this is going to be a good place to end the episode here. Lots done, and I think we made good progress, so we're going to save it here. Call this one episode 34. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.